Hello, everyone, and welcome to Creative Corners. I'm your host, Melissa Arta, and today we have two special guests joining us, Mbak Mamila and Mas Rizal. We are excited to dive into a topic
Sorry,
that's relevant
sorry,
to.
sorry.
Okay,
Tadi masih di aku lah ya. Aku beta dulu ya. Nggak usah
okay,
nggak usah diperkeluar. Nanti dipotong aja.
okay, okay. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Creative Corners. I'm your host, Melissa Arta, and today we have two special guests joining us, Mbak Mamila and Mas Rizal. We are excited to dive into a topic that's relevant to all of us in this digital era, productive ways to spend our spare time. Our special guests are here today to share their insights and tips on how to make the most of our free time. Whether you're learning, oh sorry, aku bentar ya, ulang lagi ya.
Oh, oke. Silakan. Bentar.
Okay. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Creative Corners. I'm your host, Melissa Arta, and today we have two special guests joining us, Mbak Mamila and Mas Rizal. We are excited to dive into a topic that's relevant to all of us in this digital era, productive ways to spend our spare time. Our special guests are here to share their insights and tips on how to make the most of our free time. Whether you're looking to learn new skill, pursue a hobby, or simply relax and recharge, so stay tuned as we explore the world of productivity and leisure in the digital age. With Mbak Mamila and Mas Rizal, let's get started. Opening. Hello Mbak Mamila and Mas Rizal.
Halo Mbak Melisa.
Halo, Kanalisa.
Wow, it's great to have you both on the podcast today. We are excited to learn from your expertise and explore productive ways to spend our spare time in the digital era. How are you, Mbak Mamila and Mas Rizal?
Halo Mbak Melisa, I'm good. It's a pleasure to me to virtually meet all of you today.
Alhamdulillah, Kanalisa. I'm grateful at the moment and very excited, especially being on this podcast.
Thank you, Mbak Mamila and Mas Rizal. Our topic for today is productive ways to spend spare time in the digital era. I'm curious to know about your everyday life and how you spend your time outside of work. Mbak Mamila, can you tell us a little about your occupation and how you typically structures your days? And when you do have some free time, what are some activities or hobbies that you enjoy doing?
Yeah. Thank you for asking Mbak Melisa. My daily routine involves being a housewife. So, my day mostly spent taking care and managing our household. I typically wake up early to prepare breakfast and lunch for the day. In my free time, I love to cook and try out new recipes. I find it's very relaxing and it allows me to express my creativity. I also run to home-based, especially my business special culinary Bandeng Otak-Otak. People usually order it for special occasion. By pursuing my hobby of cook, I'm I'm able to unwind and enjoy myself which is an important aspect of having well-rounded life.
Wow, that's really interesting, Mbak Mamila. I'm impressed that you are able to run a home-based culinary business in addition to taking care of your family. I'd love to hear more about your specialty dish, bandeng otak-otak. Can you tell us a bit about the process of making it? What ingredients do you use and how do you prepare it? I'm sure our listeners would be curious to learn more about these traditional dish.
To make bandeng otak-otak, some of the steps are first, I start by removing the flesh from bandeng flesh, ensure that it's a boneless. Next, finally grinding the bandeng flesh and then prepare the seasoning that you have already set by a set aside. Mix the seasoning with the finely ground bandeng flesh, and the flesh is mixed with seasoning. And next step is to steam. Steam the bandeng otak-otak for 30 minutes until it's full cooked. After the cook, you have enjoyed to bandeng otak-otak directly or frying with a egg coating.
But Mamila, that's really fascinating. I'm curious to try bandeng otak-otak. It sounds delicious. I must try this if I visit you one day. And Mas Rizal, I'm also curious to know about your everyday life and how you spend your time outside of work. Can you tell us about a little about your typical days and when you do have some free time? What are some activities or hobbies that you enjoy doing?
For the past few weeks, I've been very full of activities I've been doing. So professionally, I work in Jakarta at an internet service provider as a network engineer. But at the beginning of February, I was assigned to open a branch in my hometown, Cirebon. So the past few weeks, I've been doing a lot of activities by setting up a new office. And there is a teaching factory also, teaching activities about internal networking to students because the location of our office is in a school. So there is a form of preparation. Then I focus on college too, especially in the last 2 weeks. The lecture has itself the final exam specs. So yeah, my activities are now more productive.
Wow, that sounds really interesting, Mas Rizal. Can you tell us a bit more about how you manage your time effectively between these two demanding roles, working and teaching? How do you ensure that you're able to give your best to both your clients and your students while also maintaining a healthy work-life balance?
Maybe because my job is opening new branch, so there are new clients can be monitored. And moreover, because I teach students about the file I work on about internet networks that go into the computer and network engineering department. So students are also allowed by their teacher if they participate in doing the work I do. Well, I explained what is done about internet networks. Actually, for teaching factory, this is still in one line of my activities.
That's wonderful, Mas Rizal. You're still able to maintain a healthy work-life balance while having a full plate with your work as a network engineer and teaching. Now I'm curious to know how you both spend your weekends. But Mamila, since you have a home-based culinary business, do you find that you work on weekends as well? And Mas Rizal, do you have any hobbies or activities that you like to do during the weekend?
On Sunday, I usually go to supermarket for refreshing and to do my weekly shopping. I also often spend my weekends visit my grandmother's house and my parents. Currently, I'm also pursuing an education at Asia Cyber University, majoring Informatica. Sometimes during the weekend, I work on assessment or study the material from Asia Cyber University. How about you, Mbak Melissa?
Personally, I spend most of my weekends catching up on coursework since I'm also studying at Asia Cyber University. But but Mamila, we
Yeah.
happen to be classmates. It can be a bit overwhelming at times, but I find setting aside dedicated time on the weekends helps me to stay on top of things and manage my workload more effectively. And how about you, Mas Rizal?
Yes, that's right. I'm also currently studying at Sasebo University. Most of us were studying, especially in the past 2 weeks, we have been struggling to finish the final exams. So my free time or weekends are more focused on productive activities. But actually, if there are no productive activities, the my things I do, like playing soccer, or just basketball, or the other sports activities. Sometimes I also spend more time with my family, friends at home, because now I live in office, but I still live in the same city with my family. Or just watching, yeah, many different activities are done according to the work.
Well, thank you, Mbak Mamila and Mas Rizal. I think it's great that we are all students in the same major at the same university. I'm curious to know if you both have any specific interests or areas of focus within informatics. Are there any particular topics or projects that you're passionate about or that you like to explore further? I think it could be a great way to build our skills, network with other students and professionals, and have some hobbies outside of class. I'm personally interested in machine learning and artificial intelligence. I'm hoping to explore this further in future classes and projects.
Actually, I'm studying to be an informatic engineer and aspire to become a professional full stack developer in the future. Developer in the future.
Yes, I also agree with Melissa and Camila. For Informatica, I want to deepen the internet network system and apply it to the efficiency in building internet network in an area because my hope is the people who have difficulty getting internet access can get internet access for easy and for the big. Because we know that in Indonesia itself, internet access is still uneven in some areas. But for Informatica major, I also want to know what program function. There are commonly used programs to create applications.
Oh, bentar ya Mas sama Mbak, nanti ini kita cut bentar, aku diamin itu bentar. Bentar ya Mas
Oh,
sama Mbak
iya,
ya,
iya,
sorry
iya,
ya.
iya, nggak apa-apa. Berarti, oke.
Tapi ini tuh suaramu kayak itu, Zal.
Patah,
Keterpa angin kayak gitu loh. Kayak
patah-patah gitu ya.
dengung. Ya, kayak nggak dengung sih. Kalau kamu ngomong tuh kayak ada anginnya gitu loh. Dari kamu
Kira-kira
jelasin pas pas part ke berapa ya?
sebelumnya gimana?
Kalau yang awal pas tadi Vicon pertama enggak. Ini
Ah,
lebih ke parah ini sih kayaknya suaranya.
iya kan suaranya di kamera sih juga sama suara
Gimana? Sorry,
suara
aduh,
suaraku di Kamelisa aman nggak? Apa kayak
aman, aman.
patah-patah?
Enggak sih,
Kalau
enggak.
kalau aku dengernya itu Mbak kayak ada keterpa angin kayak gitu loh. Kayak
So,
ya enggak ngeng sih kayak kemeresek atau
eh,
Oh iya,
kalau
kayak
kamu ngomong kayak gitu loh.
ya soalnya kan
Iya
ini
kan?
aku kantornya dekat pinggir jalan ya, jalan raya.
oh,
Jadi
Ah,
mungkin karena ada suara dari luar, jadi untuk filter gitu ya, filtering jadi suara yang masuk juga jadi agak berusuk-berusuk gitu sih. Cuma
oh,
nggak tahu. Coba kalau enggak ini diselesain dulu aja. Nanti lihat
iya iya iya.
bagusnya mana. Soalnya aku
Iya
nggak
iya.
ada mikrofon, jadi bingung juga.
langsung pakai speaker laptop ya, mikrofonnya laptop.
Iya dari earbus.
Oh, oke. Yang sorry yang tadi better kita ulang dari yang Mbak Mamila kah actually atau aku langsung yang iBet itu?
Eh,
Mulai dari aku juga nggak apa-apa sih Mbak, gimana?
Oh, oke. Oke, Mbak,
yang
iya.
actually, oh boleh.
Iya.
Sorry, aku pakai dulu. Kalau kalau kayak gini suara kedengeran jelas ya?
lebih jelas ya kayaknya ya Mbak ya.
Lebih jelas.
Coba lebih banyak kata coba.
Yes, I also agree with Kak Melissa and Kak Mila. But in
Oh iya
informatika,
iya,
lebih jelas.
lebih jelas
Ah,
gini.
kayak gini aja.
Iya iya. Udah ya. Actually, I'm studying to be an informatica engineer and aspire to become a professional full stack developer in the future.
Yes, I also agree with Kak Melissa and Kak Mila. But in informatika, I want to deepen the internet network system and apply it to the efficiency in building a internet network in an area. Because my hope is the people who have difficulty getting internet access can get internet access more easily and affordably. Because we know that in Indonesia itself, internet access is still uneven in some areas. But for this informatica major, I also want to know a little about program function that are commonly used the programmer to create application.
Oh, wow. I bet everyone's looking forward to bidding farewell to the final exams and embracing the semester break. Isn't that right, Mbak Mamila and Mas Rizal?
Yeah, that's right, Mbak Melissa.
Yes, that's right. Final exams make us instead of struggle. How about you, Kak Melissa? Any exciting plans you'd like to share for the semester break?
To be honest, I haven't planned any particular plans, but I do have a broad idea of where I like to spend my time. Oh,
Care to share with us, Mbak Melissa? We are curious to know your idea for the semester break.
sure, Mbak Mamila. So I've always been fascinated by the cultural richness and natural beauty of Central Java. Um, and I love to take a trip there during my break. The region is home to stunning landscapes, historical landmarks, and vibrant cities that offer a wealth of experiences.
That sounds quite interesting, Kak Melissa. Where
Yes.
would you like to go in Central Java?
Yes, Mas Rizal. Central Java is really fascinating. Have you visited Central Java before?
I've been to Central Java before, but the city is close to Cirebon, because Cirebon is the provincial border between West Java and Central Java. So I have been to Tegal City 2 times traveling to the highlands there.
Wow, that's wonderful, Mas Rizal.
Mbak Melissa and Mas Rizal, if you find yourself in the heart of Central Java, I highly recommend making a stop in the historic town of Kudus where I live. Not only a place of great cultural significance, but it's also home to some of the most delicious cuisine in the region like jenang on and soto kudus. And don't forget to try my bandeng otak-otak.
Absolutely, Mbak Mamila. Kudus is on my wish list, and I hope I can visit Kudus one day and try your bandeng otak-otak.
Don't forget to visit my house, Mbak.
I love to,
And
Mbak
when
Mamila. Actually, there's one city that I'm particularly interested in visiting. Jogja has a unique charm with its rich history, traditional arts, and renowned culinary scene. I'm excited about the prospect of exploring Jogja. How about you, Mbak Mamila and Mas Rizal? I also love to hear your plans. Do you have any exciting trips or activities lined up to your break?
we can go to Jogja together, Mbak Melisa. I really miss the atmosphere of the Yogyakarta and the various culinary delicates in Jogja. I actually have planned to travel to Bali because I have never been to Bali. I also want to go to Raja Ampat. Raja I also want to go to Raja Ampat someday. How about you, Mbak Melisa? How about you, Mbak Melis? Bentar.
Kita
How
ulang
about
aja.
you, Mbak Mel? Ya, pertama.
We can go together itu.
Oh ya. We can go together, Mbak Melisa. I really miss the atmosphere of Yogyakarta and the various culinary delights in Jogja. Actually, I have a plan to travel to Bali because I have never been to Bali. I also want to go to Raja Ampat someday. How about you, Mbak Melisa and Mas Rizal? Have you ever been to Bali?
Sadly, I've never been to Bali, but I'd love to go there. How about you, Mas Rizal?
Honestly, I have also never been to Bali, but for holiday tour now, I really want to go with close friends to get the nearest mountain, such as Mountain Ciremai in Kuningan, Majalengka, stay overnight in the highlands. But there is one there is one place that I really want to visit too, namely Banda Neira. The natural beauty is very extraordinary, accompanied by marine animals when riding a boat like dolphins. It seems very cool snorkeling there.
Wow, our conversation is getting really interesting, and everyone here is having an exciting plan after exams. But Mamila and Mas Rizal, could you share some tips to our listeners on how to stay productive in this digital era?
I think that when there is free time, it shall be used to learn new thing. For example, when I have free time, I will learn to create fiction stories that can be turned into videos, which requires a good editing process. I also use the spare time to try out new or trading food recipe. Okay.
Thank you, Mbak Mamila, for sharing some great tips here. And how about you, Mas Rizal?
In my opinion, to be more productive in this digital era, we have to be smarter about managing our time and doing something that can improve our skill or knowledge, and take the time to go out with people around us, because this digital era also has a bad impact on our tendency for less useful activities, especially the ease of accessing negative content. So we have to be wizard in using everything in the digital.
Thank you, Mas Rizal and Mbak Mamila, for joining us and sharing your insights on how to spend spare time productively in the digital era. Oh, I hope that our listeners find your stories and tips inspiring and helpful.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Melissa.
Mbak Melisa.
Thank you, everyone, and we hope that you found this episode informative and engaging, that you'll join again for future episodes. Until then, stay productive and have a great day.
Have a great day.
Great
Great
day.
day.